Hi, Tom Rose here at the TRPWC, the Roselle Park Weather Channel. We're bringing you the latest update on the Great Blizzard of 2009. Currently, there is a blizzard in New Jersey and is quickly heading north. We received information telling us that this specific blizzard has gradually made its way from the south and is moving north. We believe it began in the region of Maryland and Delaware. The blizzard is mainly hitting a small town in North New Jersey named Roselle Park, which is where our newscasters are right now as we speak. To form a blizzard like this one, there must be certain conditions. One of the main things it has to have is cold air in the atmosphere and enough moisture to form clouds. There also must be warm air as well to create precipitation, which for this blizzard is snow. With any of these conditions, the blizzard will not exist. And now we turn it over to Austin in the field.
It's not too good out here, Tom. It is absolutely freezing out here. When a warm air mass of 80% moisture passed into our area, we got this awful blizzard. The visibility out here, that's how far you can see from where you're standing, is about 1/7 of a mile. That's barely anything compared to what you can usually see. The temperature out here is -3 degrees. What's that? I'm getting -4 degrees. It dropped a degree. That's how cold it is here. The sky cover is about 10/10 or 100%. Totally overcast. Not a glimpse of sun anywhere. The pressure of gravity, if any of you are wondering, is 960 millibars, which is pretty darn low. The wind speed and direction is 33 miles per hour going northeast, which is where the warm air mass came from. As you can see, the landscape of Roselle Park is covered with a tall snowbank. I'm practically being blown away. Hello. Let's talk to a native about how this has affected his life. Your name, sir?
Brian.
Brian? That's your name? How has the blizzard affected your daily life?
I've been stuck at home.
Really? Oh, that's too bad. How's Fabiola?
She's stuck in a car.
That's too bad. Well, everybody, bundle up, because it's going to get real cold out here. Back to Parth in the studio. I'm off to go caroling.
Okay, it's Parth here, and I'm here to show you the map. At 10 o'clock, the storm, or should we say blizzard, started around Maryland and Delaware, and was covering almost half of New Jersey. Right now, the storm is covering almost 75% of New Jersey. So make sure you stay in. Don't go outside. Seven hours into the day, the blizzard will be covering only almost half of New Jersey. But still, stay in as a precaution. At around 1 a.m. tomorrow, the storm will only be covering 25% of New Jersey. Most of the blizzard will have gone to a little bit of Pennsylvania and most of New York and Connecticut. So we were in no real danger. But as we're all wondering, how exactly does a blizzard form? Austin?
I have the answer to that question, Parth. You can give me a second. A blizzard is formed when a warm, moist air collides with colder air and is forced to rise above the colder air as warm air is less dense than cold air. This warm air mass will have gathered moisture, since it's coming from the tropics. It will have gathered moisture as it went over the bodies of water. A lift is thus created to raise the moist air and form clouds, creating ice and snow. Here I have a chart showing you how precipitation is formed when a warm mass rises above a cold air mass. When in the atmosphere is mostly warm air, the snow will fall from the clouds, but when they come into the warm air, they'll melt into rain, and so that's really not much of a blizzard. When we get freezing rain, the snow melts once it touches the warm air. The atmosphere is about half warm air. It cools below freezing once it touches the cold air, but doesn't become ice until it hits a cold surface. We'll get sleet when it's a little bit less than half warm air. The snow will melt in the warm air, but refreeze into sleet during its long journey through cold air. And what's going on right now is there's not really much warm air in the atmosphere, but it's mostly water and moisture, so the snow falls pretty much directly to the cold air and never has much of a chance to melt. And that's about it. But tell us, Brian, how does this blizzard compare to blizzards of yesteryear? Go.
Well, you know that we here at Rosa Park Weather Channel like to give all you folks a bit of history. The blizzard of 1978, known to the New Englanders as the blizzard of 78, which generated blizzard conditions across the Northeast, was born February 5th, 1978, with the merger of a Canadian high-pressure system and a dense mass of low pressure off the Carolina coast. By February 7th, the storm had tracked north and taken on the cyclonic counterclockwise flow characteristic of nor'easters. At its peak, storm winds reached speeds of 86 miles per hour with gusts of 111 miles per hour. The lowest central pressure was 980 millibars, which made the storm comparable to a strong Category 1 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. Arriving at the time of a new moon, the storm had produced heavy coastal flooding along the New England coast. Beachfront homes were washed away due to strong winds and coastal flooding. More than 1,700 homes suffered major damage or were destroyed, and 39,000 people took refuge in emergency shelters. Federal disaster assistance totaled $202 million. Awesome. Snow fell at a rate of 4 inches an hour at times during the storm, which lasted for 36 hours. The unusual duration of the 1978 nor'easters was caused by the Canadian high, which forced the storm to loop east and then back toward the north. Thunder, lightning, and hail were seen in the blizzard as it blanketed the northeast with over 3 feet of snow. Drifts in New England were reported to be 15 feet deep. Traffic came to a standstill as major corridors like Interstate 95 shut down. During the storm, several people died on Route 128 around Boston from asphyxiation. The storm had blocked the tailpipes of their idling automobiles. In New York City, schools were closed and cross-country skiers could be seen sliding up Fifth Avenue. Blizzard winter storms are characterized by high winds, low temperatures, and driving snow. According to the official definition given in 1958 by the U.S. Weather Bureau, the winds must exceed 35 miles per hour and the temperature 20 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Now over to you, Tom and Parth.
So Parth, how can we stay warm in this blizzard?
Well, that's a very good question, Tom. Well, one way is to stay inside. If you wish to go outside, make sure you're all covered up and you cover your extremities to make sure you don't get hypothermia or the frostbite. And if you want to stay in, make sure that you have a lot of food and you have emergency flashlights in case lights go out. So you have food and you can have visibility in your house. That's how you can stay protected from the blizzard.
Very interesting. Thanks for watching our program.
And remember, watch every night TRPWC, the Roselle Park Weather Channel. And remember, don't eat the yellow snow!